Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your game by subscribing to our channel so you never miss our daily content. For exclusive access to our premium betting picks, join our Patreon. Find the link in the comments section below. Stay ahead with High Stakes. Middle Tennessee State versus Ole Miss. The MTSU Blue Raiders came into 2024 hoping to improve on their disappointing 2023 campaign, which saw the team go just 4-8 on the year. They also played one game last season against a top 10 SEC school, like Ole Miss is now, and got thumped by 49 points. While the Blue Raiders are certainly happy to have opened the 2024 season with a win, they certainly could have looked more impressive doing so, having won by just a touchdown, 32-25. At home over their FCS opponent Tennessee Tech. MTSU is returning quarterback Nicholas Vattiato, who took over the starting role last season and despite the team's struggles, played well last season, completing 67% of his passes and throwing for over 3,000 yards. His 2024 season isn't off to as great of a start, having completed just 57% of his passes for 210 yards against Tennessee Tech. Fifth-year senior Frank Peasant had a nice start to the season, rushing for 2 touchdowns last Saturday. Ole Miss had a great 2023 season, going 11-2 on the year, culminating in a 38-25 victory over Penn State in the Peach Bowl. Ole Miss' only 2 losses last season came at the hands of Georgia and Alabama, and had this season's playoff format been in effect last year, the Rebels would have been competing in those playoffs. They haven't missed a beat to begin 2024 either, absolutely crushing FCS Furman by a score of 76-0, with 73 of the points coming in the first 3 quarters of the game. One-time USC transfer Jackson Dart lit it up last Saturday to begin his 3rd season with the Rebels, tossing 418 yards and 5 touchdowns on just 27 pass attempts, 82% of which were completions. Including backup Austin Simmons, the Rebels threw for 529 aerial yards and 6 passing touchdowns against Furman. Junior running back Matt Jones only had 3 carries, but he made the most of them, running for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns on his 3 tries. Wideout Trey Harris exploded to begin his 2nd season a Rebel, going off for a whopping 179 yards and 2 TDs on 8 receptions. The Ole Miss Rebels are going to destroy the MTSU Blue Raiders on Saturday afternoon, and as a result I am hammering the Rebels at -41 in this contest. Even for a G5 school, MTSU stinks and is coming off a terrible 2023 season where they just went 4-8. They played a top 10 SEC school last year as well and promptly lost by 49 points. In this year's season opener, MTSU was anything but impressive, squeaking out a win at home against an FCS opponent. Ole Miss, on the other hand, clearly means business this year and is coming off of a great 2023 season. As we saw in Week 1's obliteration of Furman 76-0, the Rebels are not going to take their foot off of the gas or let up just because they are up big. Jackson Dart looked elite in the opener and will look to keep it rolling here. Ole Miss will win this one by a country mile. I've got the over of 63.5 points on Saturday between these 2 teams. While MTSU does not look very good, they did score 32 points in Week 1 and have a lot of continuity from last season on the offensive side of the ball and should be an improved unit from last season. The Rebels are an outright scoring machine who are capable of scoring all 64 points needed for the over by themselves, having done just that last week in their 76-0 win over Furman. Last week's beatdown could have been even worse, as they lead 73-0 after 3 quarters. Jackson Dart looked like a Heisman contender last weekend, tossing over 400 yards and 5 TDs on just 27 pass attempts, and will be ready to light up the Blue Raiders in this one as well.